Yo, what's happening? What's going on? Question. Are black people safe living in America now? Answer. No. I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is because I don't have to look any further than what happened this past week with your man Charlie. And it's crazy that before they caught the alleged killer, you had white Americans threatening HBCUs, historically black college universities, like as if black students had something to do with unaliving Charlie. Like as if the alleged killer was a minority. And this is what they do. They always jump to conclusions. And I've said it in the past video that black America is white America's punching bag. That plain and simple. Sometimes they need a justifiable reason to harm blacks. Most times they don't. That plain and simple. So when the truth came out and these melanin recessive beings found out that not only was the killer a white man, but was a conservative, one of their own, then it's like, oh, silence. No apologies. You know what I'm saying? You didn't come to the black community and say, hey, listen, I apologize. Excuse me, we apologize for threatening historically black college universities. You know, excuse me, we just ran with something that we factually didn't know, and we just created some shit up in our heads. And we apologize. Would you accept our apologies? Nah, we didn't get that. Didn't get apologies from the president. Nah, they just kept on rolling with the script. Oh, it's the left, the leftists, the liberals. So what I would tell you black folks, straight up, this is real. And I've been labeled as a coward for saying this. I would tell you to pack up your stuff and leave. And you may say, well, leave, you mean America? Yes. And do the same thing that I'm doing. You see, I was smart. I already saw what was happening before it happened. And I was like, let me get out of here. Because I got a family. And I don't want my family to be caught up in, straight up, melanin recessive politics. That's real shit. See, I'd rather leave and sip this soursop leaf tea like this, put my leg up, and watch what's going on in America. Watch it slowly but surely falling while I'm in the midst of peace, tranquility. Straight up. I'm not going to put my life as well as my family in danger. It's not going to happen. Straight up. I know when to leave. And that's exactly what I did. And I advise you all to do that. And let them fight it out. Let them duke it out. Let the liberals and the conservatives, the elephants and the jackasses, duke it out with one another. And when the smoke is clear, straight up, and I literally mean that, the gun smoke that is. Once they've created the civil war that they wanted, and they unalive one another, then we just come back home, because that's our home. For quite a few blacks. We are indigenous to the land that they erroneously call America. Once they unalive themselves, we move right back, clean up the mess. I mean, I'm more than sure nature will help us along with it, especially vultures. Clean up the mess, dig up a few holes, and, throw those people in it and rebuild. Straight up. I'm just trying to understand, why is it that you still around? I could tell you, I listened to his widow, Charlie's wife. And I'm sitting there listening to her, and I'm like, yo, what is this about? You know, she did her little thing, you know, her little spill on TV. And I'm like, what is this about? And as I'm continually listening to her, I'm like, oh shit, this got something to do with Charlie's legacy. This is a fucking commercial. And she's trying to pull people into a cult. I'm not even calling it an organization, called Turning Point. She's trying to, wow. She's trying to pull people into the cult called Turning Point. She's trying to recruit college students into her cult or into Charlie's cult so they can continue on the legacy that he left, the legacy of hate. So people are sitting there rejoicing and celebrating Charlie's death, and I'm sitting here like, why? Why would you do that? And some of you all are going to be like, oh, you one of them dudes. No, I'm not. I'm going to give it to you at a different angle. Why would you rejoice over Charlie Kirk's death? Because I can tell you, the man is gone, but his mentality still lives on. When they bury him 6 feet under, they're burying his body, but not the mentality. The mentality is in the hearts and the minds of these white colleges that he was touring around, putting a seed, the seed of hate in each of these young, melanin recessive beings' minds. Real shit. Just because one foot soldier lost his life on a battlefield, there's more than one that will replace him. Reinforcements are coming. Straight up. Black folks, you gonna sit there and listen to this whole shit about some, man, I ain't, you know, when people talk about, you know, these other countries, the third world countries and shit like that, and man, I wouldn't live there. You know what I'm saying? This is the bullshit that people feed you to try to get you to stay where you're at. I wouldn't live there, man. America's the greatest country in the world. It's the most richest country in the world, and this and that, so forth. Well, if it is, why is it that the average American is struggling to pay their bills? If it is, why is it that just about every major city has a fucking skid row? Straight up. If it is a great country, if it is the richest country on the planet, why are there homeless people? Why is it against the law to be homeless? Why is it that you can get locked the fuck up for living in the streets? Why are people living in the streets in a country that you claim that's the richest country in the world? That's real shit. Third world country, my ass. The United States is a third world country. Because the majority of people that's living in America is experiencing poverty. Can't pay their bills, living from paycheck to paycheck, trying to make ends meet, robbing Peter from the Paul. That's what people say. The average person says. Now it ain't even living from paycheck to paycheck. It's living from credit card to credit card. What are you saying? You're not saying shit. The food is poison. The air is poison. The water is poison. The air that you breathe in America. I could go on with this. How in the world is it when on paper, when I'm looking at America on paper, how you going to tell me it's not a third world country? As well as living in America. Because I was born and raised in America. 51 of my goddamn years. And I've seen the decline of America. Slowly but surely. We haven't evolved. Technology has. Artificial intelligence has gotten smarter, while we as human beings have gotten dumber because we have given up our human intelligence and now rely on artificial intelligence. Straight up. Shit ain't got better. Shit has gotten worse. And this is the reason why you have people such as my generation, generation, will say, man, well, I wish we was back in the 90s. Or my mother's generation would say, man, I wish we was back in the 80s. Or her mother's mother generation would say, I wish we was in the 70s, and the 60s, and the 50s. We keep on going back, reminiscing on how America used to be, how America used to so-called be great. But ain't nobody looking forward to tomorrow. Because when you look forward to tomorrow, and like as an example, when you look at 2026, you think about how 2025 was, and you like, God damn, can it get worse? Yes, it can. Black people, why would you want to be caught in the midst of it? In the middle of it. Charlie Kirk was very influential. He was needed because he was there to change the hearts and minds of the young people that's in college. And see, when you go to college, you're opened up to any and everything. So you start to, you have a false perception, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you live in you come from a home where your parents are racist. So you thinking all black people are bad, or all Hispanics are bad, or this and that, so forth. You get this wrong perception. But once you leave out of your parents' house, right, and you go to college and you start being around minorities and you start learning from them and their culture and their history and all the rest of that shit, that wakens you up. You start to have a different outlook, a different perspective on life. And that's not what is planned for you. They want you to think how they want you to think. And this is the reason why Charlie was a very important piece on the chessboard, because he was there to put you back to sleep. And that's real shit. He was there to recruit you into his cult. Real shit. Black people, get out of the melanin recessive man's war. Straight up. They're going to implode. Eventually, they're going to destroy their own self. That's real shit. White supremacy is on its way out. It's real shit. That's real shit, man. And you should be looking at it fall from a distance. From a distance, at a distance. I don't know how the way you put it, but you know what I'm saying. Other than that, you don't want to get caught up in it. Because to get caught up in it, it means your demise. Straight up. It was never safe for black people to live in America, ever. I mean, I truly believe America is just one big ass sundown town. Real shit. On top of it being a big ass goddamn store, like a super Target, a super Walmart, straight up. Well, you got to pay for everything, even to have fun. That's why they got amusement parks. You got to pay to go to a park in order for them to amuse you. Everything costs, even a laugh. Straight up. You got comedy shows, movies that have comedy in it. I mean, the list goes on. You got to pay for any and everything. And some may say, well, man, you got to do that just about everywhere around the world. Have you been everywhere around the world? It's a question. Because I can tell you, when it comes to this soursop leaves that I put in this cup, I didn't have to pay for that. When it comes to the papaya that I have sitting on the table, ready for it to ripen, I didn't have to pay for that. When it came to the soursop that I have up there, ready for it to ripen as well, I didn't have to pay for that. The bananas, I didn't have to pay for that. I could go on. The coconut water that I drink and the flesh that I eat out of the coconuts, I didn't have to pay for that. That's real shit. I don't even know why black people, you still here, still there. Real shit. I don't understand it. You know what, man? This is you know what black people that are still living in America remind me of? Black people that live in Atlanta. Straight up. It's like, at this point, black people that live in Atlanta, same thing as black people that live in America. You're just living there just because, just so that you can say that you live in Atlanta. Just so that you can say that you live in America. Other than that, you know, Atlanta, just as well as overall America, is fucked up for blacks. That plain and simple. And I just say that, I talk about Atlanta because black people seem to think that Atlanta is the Mecca. You know, it's a safe haven for black people. And that's far from the furthest truth. I lived there and it's fucked up. It's a house that's divided. Yeah, true indeed. Within the inside of Highway 285, you don't have not so much racism. It's racism there, but the biggest thing in Atlanta is classism. It's the have and the have-nots. You'll go down there and you'll be amazed and shocked and amazed, you know, when you come across black folks. You thinking, oh, that's bro or that's sis. Nah, that's not. They gonna help me? Nope, they not. So yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? The America is more divided than it ever will be. And it's just getting worse by the day. Like, you want to stay around? Like, while your man Charlie was getting unalive, there was a mass shooting like an hour later in Denver, Colorado. And some school kids got hurt. And I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just being real. It seems as though, like, when I put two and two together, with the exception of festivals. Now, festivals, that's something different. But with the exception of festivals, it seems as though that these mass shootings, they happen Monday through Friday. It's as if the motherfuckers that's doing the shootings, they're like, my office hours Monday through Friday, and I'm off on the weekends. Real shit. And notice I said with the exception of festivals. Now, if it's a festival on Saturday, hey, it's an exception to the rules. But other than that, these mass shootings always occur Monday through Friday. Why is that? And no, seriously, this is my word. Mass shootings never occur on Sunday, when people are praising the Lord. Or what's bigger than religion? Sports, in specific, football. You would think with these guys that have a fucked up mentality, you would think, you know, to want to harm people, that is. You would think that they would say in their minds, man, you know, Monday through Friday, you know, I go to these schools, I do this, I do that. It ain't nothing but a couple of hundred people, this and that, so forth. Why not I go to an arena where there's 20, 30, 40, 50,000 plus people and do my bidding there? Seems like an agenda to me. Seems like some planned shit to me. Straight up. Office hours, Monday through Friday. But on Sunday, on the weekends, but overall in specific Sunday, I got to take the time out to watch the games. Black people ain't nobody playing with you, man. Y'all think this shit is a game, and it's not. Shit's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And if you don't have your passport, you better hurry up and get one before it's unavailable for you to get one. Straight up. And you better get out because it may be a shutdown. Look what happened when the pandemic happened. They shut America down. You don't think that they won't do that again? Especially when your man, Mr. Orange Man, is in charge. But, excuse me, at the end of the day, I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm just, some regular YouTuber that, as in the comment section, they say this all the time. I never trust a man or believe what a man says that don't wear a shirt when he's doing videos. Whatever the fuck. Say what you want to say, but I tell you what, I'm going to drink my sour sop leaf tea, and I'm going to have me a good night's rest.